So I'm sure most of you are aware of what happened in New Orleans with a terrorist attack, even though the FBI, the DEI, hire for the FBI didn't want to call it a terrorist attack, at least at first. But, this guy drove a truck that he rented through a crowd of people. And the last number that I saw reported was 15 people are dead and over 35 are injured. There's a few videos floating around, like security videos of the truck just driving through people and running them over. It's absolutely horrible to see. And so while all that is going on, then we get this other report, and then video starts to drop of a Cybertruck exploding in front of Trump Tower in Las Vegas, a place I have been a few times. It's just wild, to say the least. So we're going to get into all of that. A man matching the name and description of the terrorist suspect accused of plowing through a crowd in New Orleans shared a video introducing himself 4 years ago on YouTube. Not even going to try to say his name. In the video uploaded to YouTube, he introduced himself as a property manager, team lead for the Midas Group, and property manager for Blue Meadow Properties. The YouTube video says, local news report says an ISIS flag was found in the truck. So this is the first incident that happened in New Orleans, where now there's been a state of emergency for the entire state of Louisiana. All off of this information or what happened last night. 15 people reportedly dead and another 35 plus injured. There's video of the incident, and it is downright scary. It's downright scary, to say the least. A man apparently taken into custody in Houston, Texas, in connection with the terrorist attack in New Orleans. Local reports say a SWAT unit brought several people, including children, out of the home. The FBI believes that 42-year-old Jabbar did not act alone. Officials say Jabbar made a series of recordings before the attack, which are being reviewed by investigators. This is just, I guess, security footage right here of the home. And I do not for 1 second believe that these things are isolated at all. I believe that what happened in Vegas at Trump Tower and what happened in New Orleans is I'm just giving my opinion. I have no information other than common fucking sense to say that I think these things are connected. There's no doubt about it. Here's a tweet from Clay Travis. So it appears a native Texan was being radicalized by Islamic extremism, converted, and decided to murder innocent Americans, all while Joe Biden and his Department of Justice and FBI told us that white supremacy was the biggest threat our nation faced. That puts it in perspective right there. Joe Biden, the Democrats, and some Republicans have spent the last 4 years telling us that white supremacy is the most dangerous thing facing America today. That's exactly accurate, what Clay Travis says right there. Fuck Joe Biden. So here you have who you would think is supposed to be the president of the United States, Joe Biden. We don't have an actual president. Joe Biden could barely read his 4-minute speech on the terror attack in New Orleans. January 20th can't get here soon enough. The entire country is in huge danger. Here's Joe Biden.
Our hearts are with the people of New Orleans after the despicable attack that occurred in the early morning hours.
It seems like my internet is lagging when I play his video. That's what it seems like. It seems like my fucking internet is lagging. That's how poorly this man is speaking right now.
I want to thank you to everyone at the Department of Homeland Security.
What did he say? I want to thank you to everyone? What?
Or injured even more people. I want to thank you to everyone at the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Justice, including the FBI, working nonstop to investigate this heinous act.
Oh, really? Oh, really? The FBI's been working nonstop. Oh, is that right? Okay. If the FBI had been working nonstop, then they would have seen, because it's reported that this guy had like radical videos that he posted online. So where the fuck was the FBI?
The situation is very fluid, and the investigation has a preliminary stage. And the fact is that right now, excuse me. There you go.
What?
The law enforcement and intelligence community are continuing to look.
What?
And the investigation has a preliminary stage. And the fact is that right now, excuse me. There you go. The law enforcement and intelligence community are continuing to look for any connections, associations, or co-conspirators. We have nothing additional to report at this time. The investigation is continuing to be active, and no one should jump to conclusions. I've directed my Attorney General.
No one should jump to conclusions. The man that you were vice president for, Barack Hussein Obama, literally jumped to conclusions to create racial tensions in this country. Every time there was a police shooting involving a black person, Barack Obama would address the nation and demonize the police officers before the facts even came out. But you want to say we shouldn't jump to conclusions. Go fuck yourself, Joe Biden.
The FBI director, the Secretary of Homeland Security, the head of the National Counterterrorism Center, and the intelligence community to work on this intensively until we have a full and complete information. And once we have that information, I will share that information as soon as we can confirm it. Law enforcement and the intelligence community are investigating this as well, including whether there's any possible connection with the attack in New Orleans. Thus far, there's nothing to report on that score at this time.
What? There's nothing to report on that score? Are you talking about college football right now, Joe Biden? What are you talking about?
I directed my team to make sure every resource is made available to federal, state, and local law enforcement to complete the investigation in New Orleans quickly and to make sure there is no remaining threat to the American people. We'll support the people of New Orleans as they begin the hard work of healing. New Orleans is a place unlike any other place in the world. It's a city full of charm and joy. So many people around the world love New Orleans because of its history, its culture, and above all, its people. So I know, while this person committed a terrible assault on the city, the spirit of our New Orleans will never, never, never be defeated. It always will shine forth. We've seen that time and time again throughout its history. And I know we'll see it again in the days and weeks ahead. May God bless the people of New Orleans. May God bless our police and our first responders. May God protect our troops. And we'll keep you fully contemporaneously informed. Thank you.
What? And then he just walks away, takes no questions. Dude, he was struggling there in the end. Like, I'm not sure what he said there in the end.
And I know we'll see it again in the days and weeks ahead. May God bless the people of New Orleans. May God bless our police and our first responders. May God protect our troops. And we'll keep you fully contemporaneously informed. Thank you.
Okay, that was President Biden. We are waiting to see. He did not take any questions.
I mean, listen, the good news is and I want to try to bring this back because obviously what has happened is terrible. It's awful. And I don't feel good about it. It's very demoralizing. That's the whole point of what they're trying to do. Just here's the perspective I am taking, and I'm not telling you have to take this perspective, but I'm just telling you the perspective I'm taking. Kamala Harris could be taking office January 20th in a different situation. But luckily for us, Donald Trump is taking office January 20th. That's the perspective I'm looking at it. Because holy crap, dude, if Kamala was getting ready to take office January 20th, I would be absolutely fucking terrified. So the silver lining to all this is at least Trump is getting back in office. And so that's the way I'm kind of approaching this right now. You know, it doesn't mean that it doesn't suck what's going on, but that's the reality of the situation.